Snapshot's motivation questions are likely to be relatively broad, although you might also be expected to focus on medicine itself. Here, we'll work through two sample questions, and I'll provide you with a model answer that touches on key points and is roughly the right length for the snapshot. You should be able to get an idea of how much detail to go into. When practicing, make sure to stick to the timings so you're ready for the format. There are three core challenges that occur to me immediately. First is the physical and mental challenge of the job itself. While I'm used to working long hours, I'm aware that working night shifts in hospitals or working back-to-back shifts in faraway clinics will be incredibly tough, and that the time will be packed full of difficult and important decisions. I know that this can take its toll on people and lead to burnout if one's not careful to balance one's work activities with activities to reduce stress. Second, there will be times where I'm aware that I cannot help. I will meet patients who are terminally ill or young patients whose unexpected accident was simply not survivable. While I look forward to learning as much as I can and rising to the top of my field, there are still limitations to the care that even the best doctor can provide his or her patients. Lastly, and most importantly, I believe that challenging experiences will stem from the empathy that one feels toward one's patients. In a way, this empathy will cause my first 2 points. It could cause one to feel motivated to stay at work late. It could cause burnout as we deal with the fears around losing patients or around not providing the best possible care. Of course, this empathy will also make losing patients difficult. I believe that the feeling of losing a patient whom one has cared for will be incredibly difficult to bear at first, but perhaps get easier over time. From my application, my core motivations built around the real-world implementation of scientific endeavor and a real desire to help others will have been made clear. Therefore, I will focus instead on a personal narrative that reveals how I first became interested in the field. When I was around 4 or 5 years old, my parents noticed that I'd begun having a slight reaction to eating nuts. In the weeks and months that followed, that slight reaction became worse whenever I ate nuts. In the following years, my parents would take me to a series of hospitals for tests, specialist advice, and even alternative hospitals which promoted a more holistic idea of healing. Throughout, I found myself drawn to the strange and foreign world of medicine. Rather than being scared of my appointments, I was curious about them. Part of me was frustrated by my lack of knowledge. As I became older and my allergies remained, the explanations I was provided were never quite sufficient. I wanted to truly understand why my body was reacting in the way that it did. I realized that I wanted to understand the human body, how it functions, how it can malfunction, and how those malfunctions can be corrected. While I am no longer sure that I wish to be an immunologist as I once was, my desire to study medicine, to understand human biology, and to implement that knowledge with empathy remains, now better informed by my work experience and volunteering.